Welcome to the Hungaroring for this weekend's Hungarian Grand Prix. But before we start to worry about race day, let's focus on today's practice, which is about to begin. A lot of focus is naturally on the drivers, but it's really important for the mechanics to get everything right as well, as one little mistake could cost the team and one of their drivers the race result.
These guys are so meticulous and they train and perfect everything that they do. Without question, they feel the pressure in the same way as the drivers, and they share the responsibility to ensure that the car makes it to the end of the race.
What's up, YouTube land?
Carl probably mentioned the new parts that have come in from the factory. Well, they're all fitted and good to go. I hope they do the trick.
Sorry about that. What's up, YouTube land? Xeno Gaming back here for my next installment of my career mode. I'm currently not sure what episode it is. I think it's episode 9, because maybe it's episode 10. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, it'll be down in the description what episode number it is.
Good afternoon, race fans, and here we are again for qualifying at the Hungaroring.
Sorry about not
Who
uploading
will
this
have
video in
tuned
a
the
few
perfect
weeks.
setup for their car?
Recorded
We'll
it
find out
a
soon.
few weeks ago, but wasn't in the flow of editing it, and
I was looking at some
busy with
highlights of
schoolwork,
previous races here,
so
and
wasn't
the
able
one
to
thing
get it
that
out.
really stood
A
out
bit
to
lazy
me
as
was the
well,
run
so
down
that's
to turn
my
1.
bad,
It's
and
not an easy one to
I hope you guys
navigate
enjoyed
as
this
everyone
episode
is
at Hungary.
scrapping to get into there first.
Pretty good episode.
It's the scene of many incidents as drivers jostle
I'll
for
let
position.
Crofty and
You have to make a
Davison
choice
explain
between
the rest
going
of
for
this.
it and self-preservation. There's no point in going in hot if you don't come out intact the other side. Even if you're at the front, you will be worrying about the guys behind you.
So, welcome to qualifying, and we come here to start our last run in Q1, and we started in a whole heap of traffic. Right now we're sitting 14th, so we need to put in a better lap to advance to the Q2.
Just 30 seconds left in the session.
We get Van Dorn, it might be Hamilton, I'm not quite sure which is a just absolutely, it's Bottas actually, sorry, and front overtakes in turn 1, we were just in the middle of traffic. It wasn't an ideal situation, as you can see. The Renault ahead, just unfortunate traffic situation, and now we're 3 tenths down now in the first sector split time in the first sector, so it's not an ideal start for that, but now the lap starts to get in the middle sector. Absolutely ran very well to get the braking market for Romano, and he's pushing the car through, so it's sliding it all the way out. He's desperate to get through into Q2, improving his lap now. Despite the horrible start to the lap, multiple Bottas all the way back on the start as well, pushing some Mercedes. But it was the last corner here. It's a difficult corner, slow and long, aiming for a corner. Into the last corner, not a bad corner, a bit more flowing than the last one, a bit more quicker as well as the pumping. We've got a lap time, so much more for the first sector. But unfortunately, it's not enough for Chris Romano, who gets knocked out in Q1 here. So Romano out of the first qualifying session, which is really unfortunate for him. Verstappen tops the session, but he gets a 5-place grid penalty for, I believe, having an incident with Lewis Hamilton. That's why Hamilton's all the way back down there in 15th. So our teammate Leclerc gets through, but Romano is out, along with Gasly and Stroll. Van Dorn is through in 7th place. The McLaren's picked up some pace, 6th and 7th in Q1. I believe Sorokin and Hartley are also out in Q1. Here's Crofty for the racing.
We've seen some astonishing Grand Prix here over the years, haven't we? The drama of 2015 is a recent example. Jenson Button's first win on a wet track in 2006, or in 1997, Damon Hill's heartbreak in the Arrows after a late gearbox failure cost him what would have been the team's only ever victory. What a wonderful place this is to come racing today. 14 corners then for our drivers to navigate at the 2.7-mile Hungaroring today. It's 6 lefts and 8 rights around a lap here, with average speeds in the region of 120 miles per hour. We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Sebastian Vettel will start on pole. Fantastic qualifying from the multiple world champion. And P2 goes to Daniel Ricciardo. A strong showing from the Australian. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Perez, Kimi Raikkonen and Magnussen, Alonso, Hülkenberg, Ocon and Roman Grosjean, Van Dorn, Leclerc, Carlos Sainz and Hamilton, Gasly, Verstappen, the captain, and Lance Stroll, Hartley and Sergei Sirotkin rounds off the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Let's go out there and push for at least 12th place.
Welcome to the 2018 Hungarian Grand Prix. I'd hope that we could push for more than 12th place in this race. We are pushing for top 10, if we're honest. This is going to be an interesting race, mixed up grid. Perez doing an excellent job to qualify 4th and actually out-qualifying the likes of Raikkonen. Max Verstappen back in the pack, 16th on the grid thanks to his grid penalty. Hamilton really struggling, 14th on the grid. So it's a topsy-turvy grid. All kinds of chaos could happen. And one-stop strategy for us today, soft tyre to the medium tyre. Romano disappointed after being knocked out in Q1 for the first time in a while. I think maybe back in Bahrain since he was being knocked out in Q1. Actually was trying to think if I was knocked out in Q1 in Monaco. I think we were in Q2 but we started 17th back in the race. But anyway, moving on to the race, you can see it's quite overcast here today at the Hungarian Grand Prix. And we will get a nice track to start with.
Everything looks good on the power unit cycle, so let's concentrate on bringing tyres and brakes up to temperature.
We have moved up with the to 110, so that can explain maybe how the players that qualified us today. But here I would ask...
Negative. Stay out. This is the formation lap. We cannot work on the car. There is no reason to come in. Do not box. Negative box.
I was going to ask for a weather report and accidentally asked for that. And I thought it was just funny how Jeff responded to that, so I thought I'd throw it in the video. And now here we are, gearing up for the start of the Hungarian Grand Prix. Who's going to win? Vettel on pole, Ricciardo along the side. It's an interesting one. Let's get ready for the Hungarian Grand Prix. And it's go for the Hungarian Grand Prix. A bad start for Verstappen. He was a little back and forth and Stroll. It's a really good start. No surprise there, as there's no characteristic of Stroll. Anyway, into turn 1 we brake very cautiously. We actually go fast. There's a bit of debris on the track. But I mean, you can see Vettel is way out. He's already pulling away. But Romano was struggling at the moment to make a big ground. He's lost 3 positions here on the open up. Terrible stuff for Chris Romano in Australia. Really struggling with it. So moving. Looks like he's stuck behind Verstappen. He's just not back up in the minute. So I'm not sure if that's where the wing damage came from. So Romano really have a look at to Soroka in the chicane. Yes, it goes up and it's like a aggressive move by Romano. Here's the job done now. Get the past the wheel driver. No fuss about that one. He needed to get that move done very quickly. Soroka, as he does not have the pace to keep up with Romano in this race, as the Williams car is the slowest in the Soroka is the slowest driver in the field. So important move there for Romano. Can he get past New Zealand? Australia and New Zealand. Good right. It's very close to each other at the part of the wheel. Now it looks like Stroll dropping away from the rest of the pack. So yes, it is Verstappen who has some front wing damage. He comes into the pits at the end of the first lap. A disaster for the Red Bull driver. At least a chance at points that they could all be gone and lost. Here we go, intersection on Hartley for Romano. Down the inside, dives it, almost does a look like Stroll, rocks up the front rock time, but gets the move done.
Okay, we're reaching a danger point with the wear on the MGU-H. Overheating the engine will exacerbate the issue, so keep the temps under control.
So we're going to have to manage that now for the rest of the race. The MGU-H having major issues, but we Romano gets a run on Stroll to the outside. Will go around the outside? No, Stroll manages to cover it. Will be able to go around? No. So Stroll does a good job to keep position, but Romano is still trying to find a way around him. Stroll, great job defending, almost chops off his front wing going into the chicane. Romano has to back out of it. A disaster for Max Verstappen, who is now a long way behind in last place. Romano back up to 17th where he started here on the start of the second lap. Sorry, halfway through the second lap. But can he get past Stroll? Yes, he has a look into the fast right-hander of turn 11. Unbelievable move. Just not a typical passing spot. Romano makes it work. Anyway, now moving on to lap 7, Romano is struggling to catch up to the pack that pulled quite a gap ahead of him, but a few cars are coming to the pits now, so that's why he's in the P10 now. Valtteri Bottas is one of them that is behind Romano. He made it stop already. He's on a 2-stop today with the strategy, and Romano does not even bother to fight Bottas. And now Raikkonen and Ricciardo has come out of the pits behind, so Ricciardo hasn't had the best race. He was fighting the first Ferrari, he's now fighting the second one. So now Kimi Raikkonen and Daniel Ricciardo are all over the back of us, and Raikkonen gets a great run out of here. He goes to the inside, Kimi Raikkonen down the inside, the Finn's not wasting any time, and he moves into 9th place. Now Ricciardo might have a chance at moving into 10th place, and will Ricciardo be able to get a good exit onto the main straight? Romano running a bit wide there, maybe being affected by Raikkonen's dirty air, but Ricciardo gets a better run and much better grip, much better tyres, much better car, and he makes the move, sticking to turn 1, didn't maybe his late braking ability in that time, makes it stick here on lap 9, moving to P10. Now moving on to lap 14, here is Romano driving by himself a bit behind the cars ahead here, and has a bit of a moment here and hits the wall. So Romano has broken
Pitting this lap then, come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Disaster.
Damage to your wing, damage to your wing, suggest we box to change it.
Absolutely.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Cost him a lot of time on this in lap, and
Copy.
in the pit stop change, he doesn't have to revert to a 2-stop strategy, can still come in with the medium tyres on and go to the end of the race, but not ideal for the Australian. He's going to lose about 10 seconds, maybe more, from
Go, go, go. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
So now coming out in 17th place with absolutely no one around. Stroll a long way behind, Circle a long way ahead. Anyway, moving on to lap 18 on the same medium tyre, and we are just a lot quicker at this stage of the race than Stoffel Vandoorne in his McLaren. He's holding up Romano quite heavily here, and then we're going to look down the inside here. Is Romano going to have a go? But no, he backs out Vandoorne, the later of the two on the brakes. Now into turn 13, I believe. Is there going to be a wait? Yeah, no. Going to have to wait for the straight. See Hulkenberg, 116th. I believe he's had some issues as well in this race. Not quite sure what. But anyway, here comes Romano.
We advise moving to mix 2, fuel to mix 2.
Vandoorne and into 14th place. As you can see, Verstappen comes out ahead of us in P13. So he's made an excellent strategy to get back ahead of us. And also just has a much better car pace. So 13th place now for Chris Romano, as Alonso is the car that follows behind us now. He has got ahead of his teammate, and Romano has had a huge moment, and he's out of the race.
What happened? Let me know you're okay.
Chris Romano is out of the race. Unbelievable scenes. Romano has had a huge moment, and this is the second time this year he's not going to finish Grand Prix. He crashed out in Canada, and has he crashed out here again in Hungary? Unbelievable. Just maybe a bit too eager on the throttle. Yes, maybe the curve, a bit too eager on the curve, and he's binged it in the wall, and that's it. Race over for Chris Romano. Unbelievable. Another rookie mistake for the rookie, and he will be absolutely spewing over that mistake. He cannot believe he has put it in the wall. So, yeah, a shocking mistake for Romano, and whoa. That's not going to look good for South Romano team. Anyway,
Ferrari to take the victory
Ferrari
today.
have won the Grand Prix.
And Anthony
It
Davis,
is Sebastian Vettel. He led from the front, probably led every lap, just absolutely dominated here in Hungary. Raikkonen in second, no, Raikkonen in third. I think that would be Bottas second. Hamilton was quite a bit behind. So,
if you want to win, you need a package that's got the speed over everyone else.
Ninth, 2
That's
points for
exactly
him
what they had today.
Don't know if we'd be happy with points. Top 10
And as we can see, it's time for the podium, and as the drivers make their way out,
no, it
there's
is
a
Hamilton
familiar
in second
red
place.
suit
Hamilton
making its
from
way to the
14th
top
on the
step.
grid manages
Fantastic
to
win
finish
for
in second
Ferrari.
place. Unbelievable drive from Lewis Hamilton to go from 14th to second. He would have been doing the one stop. And yeah, some big time strategy calls there at Mercedes to get him from 14th to second. You know, it's a difficult track to pass on, but Hamilton's come up with the goods today. You know, Ferrari win another race though, and it's, you know, Mercedes have had a strong package.
And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. Well, the lead at the top has come down after a poor result for our points leader. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Well, I have to give it to Lewis Hamilton. You know, it was just the kind of drive you'd expect from a multiple world champion.
And here's how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari extend their lead at the top of the championship.
Drive clean and bring home good results.
Anyway, I can't.
Warnings and penalties from the stewards, on the other hand, will lose your respect. So be careful.
After the race, we'd go into a new contract negotiation, which is
it's time for us to renegotiate your contract. Here you can see the current deal. Once negotiations begin, the team will make you an offer.
A bit too eager on the throttle.
You can accept if you like, but I strongly suggest we push for better terms.
So, just negotiating the contract, we'll go for level 3 on the race bonus. Want as many resource points as possible without having to do any work. Obviously, it's quite important, I think, to have the more resource points, the better. Also, see if we can get simultaneous development. I took off this pit stop efficiency.
We're asking for too much here. We need to make some compromises.
Clearly, it wouldn't. So I put this back down to level 2 and try it again, I believe. Maybe just mulling my options over here, taking my time, changing the objectives. Obviously, I think I can do that 15th and 12th. So we would see that go down, but
they didn't like those
not
terms.
be enough.
Let's try again.
So we've got one more chance here, or else we have to take that shitty first contract, and we'll go down to level 2 on the upgrade speed, and that would get
Our
it
proposal
done.
has been accepted. The new contract will take effect from the next race weekend.
So level 3 on the race bonus is really good though. So good resource points, and yeah, that would hopefully help us in the future to develop the car a bit quicker here at Alfa
We've
Romeo
received
Sauber.
invitations to new historic events. You'll be able to choose whether or not to participate before the end of this weekend.
So now looking through, I remember the engineer at the start of the race said we had a bit of wear on the engine and the ICE and stuff. So I just came in to look at the parts and decided to make a bit of a change. I can't remember which parts, but I know I changed something from editing the video. I think the MGUH was the one, yes. Just more worn out than the other bits, so we changed that component, get the fresh one in for this next race, which will be at Spa after we come back from the winter break. Here's the championship standings. Raikkonen still has a big lead at the front here, and Ferrari is clearly has quite a big lead in the Constructors' Championship. But still, if Vettel and Hamilton can lift their game slightly over Kimi, and if Kimi has a few poor performances, anything can happen. So now moving on to the upgrade area, deciding to upgrade a part on the chassis for better low-speed cornering. Quite important, as it's one of the weaker parts of the Alfa Romeo Sauber car, where because we have the Ferrari-powered unit engine, that's one of the stronger bits compared to the rest of the field. So still just trying to work on the chassis side of things. Obviously, though, we do have 2 power tracks coming up for Spa and Monza, so could be important to get a engine upgrade there, but still I think aero is where we lack, and aero translates to any track. If you look at Red Bull, doesn't matter how bad their engine is, they're always on the pace. So aero and chassis, having a good car translates to any track where you can be a little bit down on power, I believe, and get away with it, like Red Bull showed through the years when Vettel was winning championships, when they didn't have that power. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Please leave a like, comment your feedback down in the comment section below, and subscribe. So I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.